Hello, everyone. This is Alfredo, and today I have the pleasure of sitting down with my friend, but not only also a president, all right? One of the tallest Mexicans I know, Mark Martinez. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Dude, you're really tall.
Yeah, 6'3".
6'3"? No
Yeah.
shit.
And the tallest in my family.
The tallest in your family?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're tall. Yeah. I know another tall Mexican, but I think you guys are about the same size, so
Yeah.
you're fine. But you're
Yeah.
there. You're the tallest. You're the tallest. All right. So first of all, thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you for being here. Tell me a little bit. So you're from Zacatecas.
My family's from Zacatecas. I was born in East LA. So,
Ooh, I was born in East LA, but never lived there.
I was born and raised in East LA. I moved out when I was 28.
Okay.
I moved up to the Bay Area for about a year,
Okay.
and then I've been here ever since.
Okay. So you've been in Vegas. You are currently with Loan Depot.
Yep.
How's that been for you? The real estate market, the mortgage industry. How do you get into that? First of all.
So it's a weird story. When I moved here because I was in fashion.
Okay.
I was a merchandiser for a retail
I can see
company.
that. Yeah.
I got a little style.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But so I kind of got tired of it because
Okay.
the hours are so long here in Vegas. You really don't get any days off. So I helped a guy like one morning right after we opened, and wasn't really a salesperson on the floor, but I had been before. But just helped them because the store
Okay.
had just opened. And he ended up being like coming back like a week later and said, dude, my girlfriend loved everything you sold to me. Like, she's so happy. And then he's like, have you ever thought about doing anything other than retail? And I was like, not really. I'm like, this is kind of my life, but I'm like, I'm open to hear ideas. And it turned out he had like a call center in the
Okay.
business. So I kind of got fed up. I left retail and I gave him a call, and the rest is kind of history, I guess.
Which company was that?
So he had like his own private company,
Okay.
but he was working under, I think at that point it was Evify One.
Ooh.
I don't even know if they're still in business.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but then we moved to Five Star Mortgage.
Five-Star
They are
Mortgage.
still in business. But yeah, so I didn't get my license until I got it at Evify One, and then I went over to Altera.
To what?
Altera.
Oh, Terry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, now you're Loan Depot.
And now I'm at Loan Depot. Yeah, years
How's that?
later. I love it.
You love
yeah,
it?
I love the culture. I love the technology that they offer.
Yeah.
I think they really try to boost their loan
Did you
officers.
say they really try?
They really, they really try. Yeah, they really try. They're doing a good job. But
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
You know, I mean, nobody. I have to say, nowhere's perfect, but it's all in the person.
Hey, so talk to me about this. How do you go from LA to San Francisco, the Bay Area, coming to Vegas, and now being the president of an organization
Yeah,
that I believe it represents a lot to you and it means a lot to you.
correct.
First of all, how did you figure that you wanted to be there?
So I kind of found my place through a mutual friend,
Okay.
Nikki Bott. So Nikki
Shout out
Bott,
Nikki.
yeah, hey Nikki. She was like, "Hey, you need to come and check out this organization." I knew about it. I was a founding member of the organization, but I never got involved in the board. So I went to one of her events, and she's like, "You have to come to the meeting," and I was like, "No, like I don't think I want to do that yet. Like I'm still kind of getting my feet wet as a
Yeah.
loan officer." I'm like, "But maybe one of these days." And then she kind of tricked me and was like, "Hey, we're meeting this day. It's just lunch."
Yeah.
It wasn't lunch. It was a board
She
meeting.
tricked you to
Yeah. So, and the rest is just there. And kind of when I went and I saw what they stood for and I got a deeper understanding of who they were,
Yeah.
did I really find that passion in that organization?
And now correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. Somebody said don't say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. LGBTQ plus alliance, right?
Yeah.
Did I miss
LGBTQ
anything?
plus alliance. No.
Okay. So yeah, they're like, don't say it. It was like, 'cause,
No, I mean-
I don't want to miss anybody, but
Well, the whole thing is it's about allyship, and we consider you one of our allies, and the only way we get allies is by educating.
Correct.
So when people have a question, what are the letters? I give them to them. I
Okay.
joke around with my friends and other people. I call us the alphabet mafia. I mean, you've probably heard it at other places, but we do have others, and it's because there's different identities as people come up and what they feel comfortable with and how they identify themselves.
talk about identities and how they identify yourself. how do you, coming from a Latino culture, how difficult was it for you? Let's just talk about family. How how was it difficult? Did you get the support that you wanted to have?
So I fully had the support, which
Okay.
was super, super nice. I think the difficulty came in when the pressures you put on yourself. So there was more pressure I was putting on myself than my family was putting on me.
Okay.
It's because I wanted to live up to the expectations that I thought Hispanic, Latino, Chicano from East LA had to live up to. My parents were gang members.
Oh, wow.
So, you know,
Interesting.
to be this kid that
Were you scared about?
I don't know if I was scared. I always felt safe.
I mean, I'm scared of cholos. I mean, I'm not, but I'm saying like if I was younger
Yeah.
and I see cholos, I mean, I don't know if I want to bring that up.
I guess I wasn't scared about them being cholos because it was just what I grew up around.
Okay.
But I was scared that I wasn't fitting that mold, you know, that was I supposed to
their
grow up to be
expectations,
a
probably?
gangster? Was I supposed to grow up? And it's funny, neither my brother who's older, me or my sister were ever involved in that lifestyle.
Okay.
But my grandparents did a good job of keeping us away from there. But it was just like, okay, we never had seen it before. There was like a distant uncle, my mom's cousin, who we knew was gay, who would come around and who I felt a connection to.
Okay.
But I didn't really understand what that connection was until I got older.
Okay. So you said when you got older, and how older?
So I came out of the closet at 19. I was kind of
Okay.
outed, which is
Okay.
a funny story.
You
by
were
my,
outed?
Yeah,
Alright,
by
so
my
how was
mom
that?
of all
How did that
people.
happen?
My mom. She
Okay.
like I was going out, hanging out with friends, and she kind of noticed it was a different group of people that I had normally hung out with. And she asked me one night when I got back home from the club, like, "Hey, is there something that you want to tell me?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, I drank. I drank." But she's like, "No." She's like, "Obviously, I know you drank, but like anything else." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What are you getting at?" And she's like, "Well, you're just hanging out with a couple different people. You know, seems like you're changing a little bit." And I'm like, "Well, I haven't changed." I'm like, "I'm kind of becoming more comfortable with myself." And she's like, "Well, good." She's like, "And who is that?" So she knew. She told me
Okay.
when I finally admitted it.
They say mothers know, right?
Yeah. Well, everybody knew. My brother
Right.
said he knew. My brother was he's a Marine veteran and he was
Okay.
super supportive. So like
That's good.
I'm very, very fortunate to have had a family that was very supportive.
What would you say? Because I mean, we do hear a lot those stories. We see those stories,
Yeah.
you know, on social media. We see the stories on movies and series and all this about the scare that people feel about it because of their family, because of their dad, for the most part, being the one that does not understand.
Yeah. And maybe it would have been different. So my dad was in my life when I was really young. So we grew up around that like lifestyle, but then he wasn't there as I got older. So maybe that made it easier for me and my
Yeah.
family to be more accepting. I really don't know. But I do have one of my best friends back in LA who we were both gay together out in West Hollywood and stuff. He didn't like come out to his family till he was like 35 and I'm 45. So that was like
Yeah.
10 years ago
Wow.
that he came out, and he didn't come out until his dad was passing away because he finally wanted to be honest with him. But it was the same thing
Oh, wow.
because there was a lot of talk. He grew up like 3 blocks away from me and it was like told, "Hey, you can't be this way. You can't be this way." I was never told that, so I'm very, very lucky.
That's good.
But I do have friends who, they lost their family. They ended up getting kicked out.
That
And
sucks.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, we talked about family and that close circle of how that behavior is, but now let's talk about in general, and not just you, but the whole community as a whole. The challenges, not only of home ownership, right, but just social life, the challenges that the community has to go through just to be, I'm not gonna say accepted, but just to be
Understood.
understood. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a challenge. I've personally have experienced discrimination in this industry, outside of this industry. Luckily, in the fashion industry, you don't feel it
Of
as
course.
much. But even then, there's certain people and certain levels that are going to do it. And I think, it's a difficult thing because people don't understand that like I said, we don't change.
Right.
The people around us are changing to understand us. And we're not forcing you guys to change. We're just saying, hey, look at us as who we are,
Right.
not as what we do. And I think that should be everything. I shouldn't judge anybody on what they do. I should judge them on the character and the person that they are.
Yeah. Now, I asked you earlier, you say you can ask whatever. So I don't know if you saw the inaugurational thing yesterday with the new president.
So I didn't watch it purposely.
But I'm sure you saw.
But I have seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear the comments about whatever he signed saying that there's only two genders?
Yeah.
What is your take on that?
I think that it takes us back. I mean, there was an executive order taking back some of Biden's protections over same-sex or sexual orientation protection, especially in housing. Luckily, we're in Nevada, so we are protected because there's state laws. But I have friends in other states, Arizona, which is a neighboring state. They don't have protections. So now it's easy for other people to discriminate. And it just opens the door for more than just housing discrimination.
Do you think that everything that has been going on, that like everything you guys have done so far to be okay, now all this happened yesterday, we'll take it back?
I think it'll take part of it back.
To be safe, I guess.
Yeah, I think the fight is going to have to be a little bit stronger.
Okay. So as a president now of the LGBTQ plus alliance.
Very good. Very good,
okay,
Alfredo.
There you go. As a president now, what is your role, or where do you plan on taking this whole year?
So I kind of played out the year and introduced myself to the board. Obviously, they knew who I was, but I told them about my goals. Obviously, we want to grow our local chapter here. And by growing our local chapter, bringing on more people that know it's a safe space, so people that are part of the community, but also bringing on allies, because with you guys as allies, our roar is louder.
Right.
You know, we can make more thunderous noise. Part of my goal is to be more actively involved in the community, so that we can raise awareness about what's going on. Because a lot of the talk was, they're not coming after you.
Yeah.
And first day,
right?
They're coming after us.
Yeah, no, we definitely support. I mean, I think it's a great organization. I think that you guys are going to do great things, and I'm sure that you in the leadership, I mean, obviously, you're probably going to take it to the next level. But now let's talk about business a little bit, okay? Being part of the LGBTQ plus community and all that, how has business been affected by that?
You know what? My business hasn't been affected because it's just, I mean, it's who I am. I don't throw it on to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, I meet with any client no matter what. As long as they're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with them. But I don't hide it. You know, you walk into my office, you go sit in front of my desk, there's a picture of me and my husband there. So obviously people are going to know. But it's not a topic.
Yeah.
You know, what they're worried about is this guy knowledgeable enough to do and provide me the service that I'm seeking from him.
That's good. So now, going into business and real estate and all this, just give me your prediction for 2025.
Why does everybody ask that?
I mean, we have to ask the question. You know, at the end, we're still real estate involvement. So,
I mean, I think it can potentially be a good year for a lot of people. I think the grind is going to have to be there. People are going to have to do things that maybe they're not normally ready to do. So it could be a good year. Where do I see rates going? I don't know, because I hate giving those predictions, but it depends on a lot of factors. I mean, I know, you know, fires in California are going to take a toll on our industry here. I mean, you know, they have to build how many houses? So does that slow down our construction here? I mean, to get a little bit more political, if he goes in with deportation, which I hear is happening already, that takes away 30% of the labor workforce in California.
Yeah.
So where do those people, how do they fulfill that? They come from other states. And it slows down production everywhere.
It'll cost more too, and all that stuff. So, all right. What about prices? What do you think about prices?
I think prices are going to remain the same, probably go up because of everything that's going on.
Now, I heard that maybe like with all everything that happened in the fires in California, a lot of people are going to, now more people are going to start like, okay, let's move to Nevada, which is, you know, the closest state. I know not last year, I'm sorry, but the year before last, the numbers haven't come out this year, but the year before last, it was like 54,000 people that moved to Las Vegas. Do you expect that number to grow?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also feel that the people and the areas that they were in, I mean, it's Pacific Palisades. So if we look at Pacific Palisades, where do they find a home in Vegas? Those people like that waterfront community. I think maybe San Diego gets an influx of people looking to buy, and maybe San Diego doesn't want to lose the weather. But
San Francisco.
You've heard a lot of things. I've heard people all the way in like New York City talking to people.
They can go to the lakes.
They can go to the lakes. We could build something for them.
We'll figure it out. We have the Hoover
we don't
Dam
have a
here,
lot of water, but we'll find something.
We'll build houses by the Hoover Dam,
But they will because, but at the same time, it's like, what money are they using? How do you sell a house that doesn't exist?
Right. Well, I heard insurance. I mean, I know they have a lot of issues going on with insurance, but hopefully they'll figure all that out. And obviously, that they settle. But now, going back to Las Vegas and real estate, anything that you want to share that you're specialized in locally, or which states do you work for? What states do you do?
I'm licensed in Nevada, obviously, Arizona, and California, our neighboring states.
And what is a product that you think it's a really good product right now for them?
It really just fits the need. I mean, a lot of people like to tote down payment assistance and stuff, but I mean, not everybody fits into that box. Not everybody needs assistance in that way, but it's all about strategizing your finances and seeing what best fits for you. I consider myself, I worked in operations for many years. So I know guidelines, but I do consider myself like the first-time home buyer specialist because I really pride myself in that portion of the business, seeing that first-time purchase with clients. I'm bilingual, so I love helping Spanish-speaking clients. I don't think I speak it as good as I should, but I speak it well enough.
Not as Mexican as you should. No, well, I appreciate you being here. I would say if you want to say your last words, just go to that camera and then just give your message.
Yeah, obviously, it's great being here. I'm the president of the LGBTQ Real Estate Alliance Las Vegas chapter. If you're interested in more information on that, reach out to me. If you're looking for home financing or even just have questions about what a loan is or products, realtor, buyer, whatever the case may be, reach out. I love sharing knowledge. So it doesn't mean that we have to work together, but I love giving knowledge.
Well, there you go, guys. Mark Martinez, Loan Depot, president of the LGBTQ Plus Alliance. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing the story. I'm not going to drill you a lot about the story. I'm sure we could be here all day, and I'm sure you have many stories you can share. But I appreciate you for coming, bro.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you guys in the next one.